Measurement. It was the only word on Pip the gopher's mind. For days, he was obsessed. He understood the seasons of the economy now, the summer booms, the winter busts, but how did the great owl know? Was it just a feeling? A lucky guess? The idea that the entire forest's fate rested on intuition terrified him. He went to the wise badger, his face a mask of determined curiosity. "How do you measure it?" Pip asked, his voice intense. "The whole forest? Is there a giant measuring stick for the entire economy?" The wise badger smiled, a deep, ancient smile. "A measuring stick is exactly what we need, Pip, but you cannot measure the health of a forest by its size or by counting every tree. A forest can be large but sick. It can be small but vibrant. No," he said, "we measure its great annual harvest." "The harvest?" Pip asked, intrigued. "Yes," the badger explained, his voice taking on the tone of a great teacher. "It's the total market value of everything the forest produces and sells in one full year. Every nut gathered and packaged by the squirrels, every dam built and completed by the beavers, every delicious pie baked by the baker. It even includes the value of services. The songbirds' concert, the fireflies' light show, my own financial advice, all of it added together into one giant, powerful number. That number, Pip, is the gross domestic product, or GDP. To explain, he showed Pip a vision of the Forest Statistics Bureau, a team of diligent bluebirds in tiny, official-looking vests flying through the forest with clipboards and pencils. Their job wasn't to count things, but to measure final value. They flew to Barnaby the beaver's completed dam. They didn't count the logs or the hours worked. They asked, "What is the final market value of this new dam?" and wrote down that number. They visited the squirrel's bustling factory. They didn't count the individual nuts in the warehouse. They asked, "What was the total value of all the packaged nuts you sold this year?" and added that to their growing list. They even visited a popular songbird, asking how many acorns she earned from her concerts, adding the value of her beautiful service to the grand total. At the end of the year, the bluebirds gathered at the great source tree and presented their meticulously calculated findings to the great owl. A hush fell over the forest as a town crier unrolled a great scroll. The moment of truth had arrived. The crier took a deep breath, and his voice boomed across the clearing. "Hear ye, hear ye! The great annual harvest has grown by a healthy 3% this year." A cheer erupted from the assembled animals. The forest was growing. The harvest was strong. Pip was amazed. His mind raced with the implications. "So that's it? That one number tells you the season?" "It is the most powerful clue we have," the badger confirmed. "When the harvest grows strongly year after year, we are in the great summer of expansion. When that growth slows down, we are in autumn. And when the harvest shrinks, when we produce less this year than we did last year, that is the official, undeniable sign that the great winter of recession has begun." It wasn't a guess, Pip. It was data. Pip felt like he had been given a superpower. He could see the invisible architecture of their world. He no longer had to guess the season. He could read the report. Full of this new, powerful knowledge, he ran to the great forest market, eager to see the celebration. He saw the sign posted for all to see, a giant, cheerful banner. "Official Harvest Report, Growth plus 3%. He expected to find a party. Instead, he found chaos. He saw squirrels, their faces pale with fear, frantically selling their shares in Barnaby's dam, even though the dam was stronger than ever. In a dark corner, he saw the sly fox whispering rumors to a crowd of nervous rabbits, pointing at the sky and shaking his head with a look of mock concern. A wave of fear was washing over the market, a tangible force that completely ignored the good news on the sign. The numbers were screaming summer, but the feeling in the air was the dead of winter. He found the badger standing calmly in the middle of the chaos, completely bewildered. "It makes no sense," Pip cried. The harvest is up. The numbers say we're winning, but everyone at the market is panicking. They're acting crazy. What's happening? Why doesn't anyone believe the numbers?